I made a special bed so that I could hide in the mezzanine undetected. Every night, the woman I love would lie on top of me.
What?
I was a furniture maker, and the new bed had been made. I turned on the switch at the end of the bed, lifted the wooden board, and the space inside the bed had been filled with food. I climbed into the bed, turned off the switch, and I disappeared from the world. Soon it was noisy, and I heard people from the moving company complaining about how heavy the bed was. It wasn't really easy to hide here, but I was happy. Tonight I could meet Hulan, the woman I had dreamed of and had a crush on for 7 years. As night fell, Hulan worked all day and dragged his tired body to bed. The moment I touched him, I felt the most beautiful feeling in the world. Even through a layer of cloth, I could feel the delicate and smooth skin of his skin. His slender, long legs are now overlapping with mine, almost weightless. In the past 7 years, I have never been so close to the muse in my heart. I feel like I am hugging him. He is like my wife. At this moment, I feel that my life has been fulfilled. For the next few days, I have been hiding in the dark. The night is when I am with him, and it is only during the day when he goes to work that I crawl out of bed and move my body. Emptying the urine accumulated in the rubber bag, I will take a beautiful shower with his shower gel, then eat and drink enough, and stuff some food into the bed. I think I will never go out again. If it's okay, I will spend the rest of my life with him like this. That night, a man lay on his bed, which was quite soft. The man even bounced on me twice, and then the waves fell on him. After all, they were going to get married, and the new bed couldn't be sloppy. Killing people was actually not difficult. But the difficult thing was that this man usually appeared with Hulan, so it was not easy to do. If he appeared in the house alone during the day, it would be easy, and this opportunity could only wait. After that, I spent very little time with Hulan, and the handsome man came more and more frequently. But I couldn't wait for the opportunity, and I knew it was time to use a little trick. During the day, I got out of bed and moved my body. I removed the gas pipe and blew on the gas alarm for a while. Sure enough, the alarm roared, and it didn't take long for the neighbor to start knocking on the door and then called Hulan. I hid in the closet and waited quietly for someone to come. In fact, this move was very dangerous, because I didn't know who would be waiting, but I knew that Hulan's job was basically inseparable, and he would probably send someone to come. The branch door opened, and it was a young man, which was really lucky. The anger in my heart instantly rose. I took off a clothes drying rack, and the hunter followed him into the kitchen. When he carefully checked the stove, I grabbed his neck from behind. "Go to hell. Hulan is mine." I yelled at him, and after a long time, he finally stopped struggling. I slumped to the ground, shaking non-stop, and had lost all my strength. I killed someone for the woman I loved the most. I tried my best to restore the scene, and then stuffed Renjun's body into the bed and waited for the time to dismember it tomorrow. But then I would lie on top of him and stuff it into the gap of the mattress. Spending the night lying on top of a dead person made me sick to my stomach. But the thought of Hulan lying on top of me alone made me feel that it was nothing. At night, when Hulan came home, he didn't notice anything unusual. Finally, when Hulan was close to me again, now in my body, I was so excited that I cried, and everything was back to its original state. I thought that as long as I got rid of Renjun's body tomorrow, I would be able to have Hulan alone again. But the accident happened at this time. The next day, I couldn't turn on the switch at the end of the bed, and Hulan didn't go to work. I was stuck in the bed with a corpse. In fact, I also expected this situation. The food and water in the room could help me survive for 3 days. As long as I wait until Hulan leaves the house, I can violently disassemble the switch and fix it later. But the current situation is that after a night of placing the corpse, it has begun to flatulence. I urgently need to deal with the corpse, but I can't go out and bump into Hulan now. I can only wait. However, the next day Hulan still didn't leave, and Renjun's corpse began to bubble with corruption. By the 3rd day, I was a little desperate. Renjun's corpse began to appear like a giant, and the stench made me almost unable to breathe, and the repellent crawled all over my body. Hulan had never slept in this bed again, and maybe the stench made him feel strange, but he never left. I knew I couldn't continue like this, and I was ready to violently disassemble the switch. But at this moment, I heard Renjun's voice. "It stinks. What's the smell?" I was almost scared to death by this opening of my eyes. Renjun is still alive, so who am I killing? I immediately straightened out my confused thoughts, because I was hiding in the bed, so I had never seen Renjun's true appearance. I wanted to remember the voice of me killing this person, but I couldn't remember it. He never said anything from beginning to end. I killed the wrong person. Wulan said it this time. I don't know. Maybe it's the bedboard tide. I heard them loving each other in the next room, but I can't afford any hatred in my heart. I just feel panic, but I don't dare to go out now, after all. 1-on-2 is still a bit dangerous. Finally, when I waited for Renjun to leave, I immediately used all my strength to push the wooden board at the end of the bed, but I couldn't push it after a few times. Just then, a long knife cut open the mattress, and Renjun's face appeared in front of me. He smiled and said, "Yo, how long has it been?"